Well, good evening. I want to take you a little bit of a tour here. I'm at the Infrared Thermography Conference here, sponsored by United Infrared, and this is one of my friends by the name of Peter Hopkins. You may have already participated in a class that Peter has taught because he was scheduled to speak at the NCSG convention. That kind of went awry, but then he did a live webinar and then also recently spoke at the NCSG Chimney Expo. So what I'm here to do is, I've got two missions. Number one, I'm planning on learning a lot more about this infrared thermography technology, but I'm also here to teach a class to some of the home inspectors, because there's also a home inspector side to this. So Peter, let's kind of walk down through here and show people what we're going to have
Absolutely.
here, okay?
So I'll give you a little quick introduction. This is where our welcome reception is. We have our conference that's kicking off tonight. We have our nightclub that we're going to have some fun in. And just behind the corner, and they're registering people.
Okay, then wait a minute. Let's tell them where this gentleman over here is from, so people can see how far people have traveled.
Let's see if they can guess. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Crikey, mate. Welcome to TIC2022.
How about that?
So that gentleman is from Australia. So he has come all the way across the Pacific Ocean just for this conference. And Peter, why is he here?
He's here because he taught me. He trumps me in education. And I'm going to tell you, when I was a little baby in thermography, this guy was already a dozen years into the business, and I learned from him. I was so impressed with him that we have become good friends forever. Lifetime friends, and the fact that we get to hang out doing thermal imaging is the most amazing.
Okay, so let's walk down through here.
Sure, absolutely.
Because I don't think a lot of people realize what all you guys do with thermal imaging. So let's stop at that one right there on your right.
Sure.
And let's talk about that one for a minute.
Sure, absolutely. So this is all about commercial thermography with our training division, and we talk about roof scan IR. And basically, it's entrapped moisture is what you're seeing here. This is what's called an anomaly in thermal imaging. And when water gets trapped in the roof, like imagine this picture here, this is the thermal picture showing you that water trapped in there. Do you know that 70% of the roofing in the dump is still good? People tear off roofs because they don't understand where the water's coming from. So that's one application.
So let's go over here. Now, all these applications, you're going to be having classes here on every one of these.
Correct.
Correct?
Correct. And this is the bread and butter of thermography. The largest use of thermal imaging today is in electrical switchgear testing. And this is one of our whole tracks dedicated to thermal imaging and specifically looking for things like this. The camera makes you look smart. I think we can all use a little bit of that, wouldn't you say, Jerry?
That's it, man.
All right.
So we're doing electrical, and then over here, what is this all about?
This is all residential and commercial energy scanning. So we can use a camera to find missing insulation. So where a chimney contractor finds the benefit is that if we can see where the framing members are in the walls, we probably can see clearance to combustibles. And that's one of the things we're teaching to chimney contractors and investigators is how to use an infrared camera for the identification of framing members and clearance to combustibles.
Right.
So let's walk down this hall.
Okay.
We'll see some more opportunities. This is another one here. This is about commercial CMU walls. So think of Walmart or Walgreens or Lowe's. They're all built with block walls. And what thermal imaging can see is almost like an X-ray. It can see where the grout fill and also the insulation fill of those walls are. So once the wall's built, your visual will not be able to see that. So that's where thermal imaging is like an X-ray, and it can see all the empty cells, what's foamed, what's grouted, and the structural stability of that.
Interesting.
So just a little bit more of these. We get a little bit of excitement. Obviously with the roofs again. This is another opportunity, which is things a lot of chimney guys are interested in, which is moisture identification. Would you say that's an important thing for a chimney? You get calls.
It's the number one deteriorating factor of a masonry chimney, as I've taught you.
So if we can use a thermal camera to see moisture, which our own eyes can't see, well then that would be pretty amazing. So, we've got opportunities. We have classrooms that are dedicated for home inspectors. We've got classrooms that are dedicated for contractors.
And this one, you really blew me when you told me about this one.
Let's be correct. We didn't do that, but what we did was excited you about the things that infrared can do. So the fact that this is nerve damage, this is actually a broken leg. So, the difference between a human and a horse is a human complains and goes to the doctor and gets themselves fixed. But what does a horse do? A horse bucks you and bites you. So what's happening is you're hurting them. Imagine if we had a rock in our shoe and we're walking, we get hurt, we just take the rock out. Well, the horse gets irritated and will buck you and bite you, telling you, because they can't communicate unless their name is Mr. Ed.
And you know, it was a funny thing yesterday. I checked in on my Facebook page and told people I was coming, and there was a guy that followed me, and he said that you had trained him in equine.
Well, there you go.
Internet technology.
Well, that's amazing.
Okay?
You have a pretty vast. So this is one of our training rooms that we're going to do on advanced thermography, and where we're training guys in electrical switchgear testing. So we're getting the final preps on the class, and we'll take you into our exhibit hall where all the meals, our opening preliminary, our end of day marketing sessions are. So this is just right now. You can see the fireworks have gone off at the front. So this is our show. Many of you are familiar with Wohler. They're a platinum sponsor with our event. We have our thermal imaging. We have companies that manufacture like this product up here, right here. You guys will probably be pretty excited. Obviously, you know the benefits of Wohler technology, but the iStick is one of our sponsors. And using this with a camera, 30-foot pole to get this up in the air and be able to see things without having to get a ladder out. So that's a neat product, and we're happy to have them as one of our sponsors, because the benefits, you can put an infrared camera on that pole and do many things without having to get up on a ladder. And I think a lot of guys look to see.
And if you remember right, Peter, that iStick was what brought us together, because you were showing it in Durham, North Carolina, where I was speaking.
So we have another infrared manufacturer. They'll have all their equipment out tomorrow when we get the show going. Ultrasound testing. These are a lot of our applications. This is our main stage. This is where we're going to be presenting a lot, getting people excited. And of course our training, and then we have another series of companies that are involved. Insurance companies, which you got to have that to be in business. Clarity Aero, which is a drone. So another way to get without an iStick, but you can put a drone in the air. Jay Bernstein is representing Clarity Aero Academy, and they train guys and get them 107 certified and licensed, so you can get that 107 exam. This is another thermal imaging certification company, and ICI. Many guys are familiar with this camera because we sell a lot to chimney guys, and this is the owner of this company is here at our TIC2022, and we're very excited because they make this equipment and deal with that. And then this is a software company aspect, and so you got to put it all together and make a report.
ICI, that's the camera that you've been selling to a lot of chimney sweeps and chimney contractors.
Correct.
And inspectors.
Correct.
That's kind of the one that you've been suggesting.
Correct.
To people.
They're about to announce, probably out of most budgets, but they're about to announce a camera that will blow away the most resolution ever produced in an infrared camera. They're going to announce it here at our conference.
Okay. So, folks, I just want to let you see what I'm doing out here. I'm at Bally's Casino and Resort in Lake Tahoe, and we're going to be here for a couple days. And believe it or not, Peter's going to even allow me to talk to his people here. That can be kind of dangerous, but anyway.
Well, it's kind of could be the same. You brought me to Vegas and it was dangerous. Some people fell down and got hurt, right?
That's it, man.
Well, maybe they were doing things they shouldn't have been, but here we are having fun in Lake Tahoe. And tonight we're about to be kicking off our welcome reception with a band and everything. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, brother. I
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys joining us for a while. Okay?
Absolutely.
Appreciate you tuning in.